Hello, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into my segment. My name is Gurpreet Korman. I am a career growth expert that helps corporate career professionals mid to senior level land their next role, which is 200 to 500K. I hope you become one of the top paid professionals in your field. Okay, so that's a little bit about me. But before I begin today's segment, I want to talk about today. I'm going to talk about how you can increase your salary in 2025. Before we kick off this segment, I want to see if you are live with me. Let me know in the comment section if you are tuned in live with me. And if you can hear me, let me know. I am wearing my earpods. So let's see. Don't be shy. If you are tuned in, please say hi. Let me know where you're tuning in from as well. Okay. I am tuning in from beautiful sunny California. I'm in SoCal, uh, close to LA, so LA greater area, OC in particular. So I'm enjoying this nice weather that we finally got after the wildfires. Luckily, been safe. The wildfires did not hit OC. It did stay in LA area, and it's devastating to hear so many people losing their homes. And I can't even imagine. So me and my family have been safe. So thank you so much for everybody that was reaching out to me. So I really, really appreciate that. So let's see who's tuned in. Hi, tuning in from Toronto with 25 degrees outside, minus 25. Can't say I missed the cold weather in Toronto at all. Can't say that. Okay, so okay, um, all right. So let me know if you're excited to learn that how to increase your salary. I have a quick question to kick this segment off. Do you want to increase your salary in 2025? And if the answer, say yes. Let me know in the comment section if you want to increase your salary in 2025. So type that in the comment section. Let me know. And the second part to this question is if you want to increase your salary in 2025, by how much? What's the salary you're looking for? Because today's segment, I'm going to teach you exactly how to increase your salary in 2025. Okay, so let's begin. So, how can you increase your salary? Number one step is so I see people commenting saying, yes, Rohit. Okay, Rohit, by how much? I would love to know by how much do you want to increase your salary by? One of the first step is when it comes to increasing your salaries, and if you want to increase your salary 200K, okay, so 200K. Rohit, how much are you currently making if you don't mind sharing? So the first step in is actually owning that you want to increase your salary, owning you want to make more money without any guilt, without any shame. What I found is that when we want to make more money and when we say, okay, I want to increase my salary by 50K or 100K, for example, I want to land 200K or 500K, automatically there is that a fear kicks in, imposter syndrome kicks in. We quickly go into all the reasons why we can't land that in Rohit's case, like 200K, like why we can't increase our salaries. And then the second thing happens, we come up with all the excuses. The current excuses I've heard from everybody is, oh, the market's bad, companies are doing tech layoffs, companies don't have budgets, um, and so on and so on. So what you end up doing is you end up talking yourself out of landing the 200K or landing the next 300K, 500K, or so on. So when what ends up happening, you end up staying where you are. True, right? So true. It's happened to me too. I want to make X amount of money. What ends up happening? Imposter syndrome kicks in. doubts, fears, low confidence. Our company may not want to pay me this much. So I come up with all the excuses to why I can't make more money and why it will not happen for me. And I end up talking myself out of it. So, first step is mindset shift. First step. I was at a conference, and what's so interesting, what one speaker said was 80% of your success is your mindset. 80%. 20% is strategy. Now, this made so much sense. Me as a coach myself, I can say 100% without a shadow of doubt that this is so true. All my clients who have increased their salaries, 200K, 400K, like I have a client who landed 400K role with Meta. She more than doubled her salary within 1 year. She was making 200K Canadian. She landed 400 US dollar role. And she more than doubled her salary, right? Now, when I look at my clients who have increased their salaries 200K, 100K, even 50K, it was the mindset and then the execution strategies, right? So the first step in getting the increase is you have to have the mindset to align to what you want. So the first step would be addressing all the fears you have, addressing all the limiting beliefs you have and excuses you have of, and then replacing it with new thoughts, new way of thinking. You know, if you want 200K roll hit, 100% it's possible, you will land it. You have to tell a different story to yourself. There are companies out there that will pay you 200K. There are. Like my client landed 400K role with Meta, yet Meta did almost nearly 21,000 people they laid off in 2023 to 2024. But she landed a 400K role, even in midst of tech layoffs. So as tech layoffs happen, that doesn't mean just because someone's laying off doesn't mean there's a hiring freeze at all. Like recently, I heard that Microsoft is laying off. Again, that doesn't mean that there's a hiring freeze and they're not going to hire. Okay. Now, step number 2. If you want to increase your salary to 200K, to 500K, even beyond that, you have to ask yourself, what's your superpower? What $1 million, $1 billion problem you can solve that you've already solved? You have proven that you've solved these problems. What is that? So I teach a framework. So this is a framework I teach inside my coaching program. Call it the PCSRB. P stands for problem. C stands for cost of having the problem, the pain and headache the problem's causing. S stands for solution. Solution you implemented to solve the problem. R stands for the results. You implemented a solution, it generated X results, right? And then B, you implement a solution, generated X results, and the company benefited Y. X, Y, Z, right? So next thing to do is use the PCSRB formula. If you want to, I actually have a workbook that goes with this. I have a 4-day part training on how you can use my PCSRB formula, and I'm happy to drop that, and you guys can register for it. So it's a 4-day career challenge. Actually, we'll be doing a live training next week on this as well. But sign up for the 4-part training and you will get access to my 4-part training right away. So let's recap. Number 1 step is your mindset. Number 2 is claiming your expertise. Once you claim your expertise, you will be able to command more money. Step 3 is you need to put a dollar value on your expertise. And the reason we want to do this is because we don't want to get underpaid, and we don't want to go after companies who can't pay us what our dollar value is. Now, how do we put a dollar value? The best way to put a dollar value on yourself is not the market rate. We don't do pay scales or glass doors and find out our industry rate. Industry rate is actually one of the surefire way that you're going to get underpaid. The way to put a dollar value on you is results. The results you can guarantee that you can deliver because you have delivered these results in XYZ companies. So this is where we now look at the PCSRB formula, and now we're going to focus on the results and how the company benefited to then now determine our dollar value. Okay. Now, next step 4, once we can recap mindset, step 1, step 2 is identifying your expertise. Step 3 is putting a dollar value on your expertise. Now, step 4 is once we've done all 3 steps, the next step is to identify which companies have the problem that you are an expert in solving. This is actually the fastest ways and quickest ways you can actually land interviews. Identifying which companies have the problems that you're an expert in solving. Now, once you're able to put a list of companies, so this is where I call this doing market research. So every company, before they launch their product or service, they conduct a market analysis, market research, so that they can better know, so that they can get inside knowledge on how to position and market their offer, their service, their product. And we want to do the same thing. Once we've done that, we move into step 5. Once we got the market research, now we can package our expertise to sell, meaning to someone to hire us, right? So right away we will know which companies have the problems that we are expert in solving, what's the immediate need. It becomes easy to then package yourself so that you are now desirable and sellable. Sellable means that people will buy you. And that's actually what companies do is when they're hiring is they're buying your expertise, your skills, the way you solve problems, the problems you can solve. They're buying that, right? So that becomes easier to do. So packaging. Next step is to be able to package yourself correctly to get interviews, and then we move into the next step. Now, how do we package yourself? What consists of packaging? Packaging is your resume. Packaging is your LinkedIn profile, your brand message. This packaging yourself, right? So what's the brand message here? What can you deliver? What's the value you can deliver? Why would someone profit from working with you? The benefit, right? So the key comes down to how you package, and packaging comes down to messaging. So messaging is crucial. The next step is once we got our packaging and brand messaging right, our messaging correct, now we can go and message the companies that have the problems that we can solve. Now, messaging comes down to knowing who to message. It's not recruiters, it's not HR. We want to reach out to decision makers, the one that has the power in decision making. And this will be the department's head in the department that you want to work in. Those are the people we want to contact. Those are the people we want to reach out to. So I teach this strategy inside my coaching program on how I give you the exact message to craft that's going to land you an interview or a meeting with the decision maker. This beats applying to multiple jobs, hundreds of jobs, 500 jobs, sending out application requests. It beats that. Another thing you can do is getting interviews fast is convert your LinkedIn profile into a recruiter magnet. 90% of recruiters use LinkedIn to find the next candidate. Sourcing candidates. They're not going to post a job. Even if they posted a job, they're still going to use LinkedIn's recruiter tool to find the candidates. So we call this sourcing candidates. You can have all the recruiters chase you. One of my clients did this. She didn't even fix her resume yet. She went straight in to fixing her LinkedIn, optimizing it, using and implementing my strategies, my plug and play strategies. Instantly, recruiters were reaching out to her. You know what? She also had a 6-year gap. She was a mother for 6 years and she was re-entering the workforce. And her DMs every day, recruiters were messaging her. And she messaged, she's like, I love this. I love it because I don't have to sit there and apply to countless jobs and spend countless hours on submitting applications. Now they're all coming to me. So these are the steps you can take to increase your salary in 2025. Next thing is brand messaging, right? So I said brand. I want to tie the brand messaging into also building your personal brand. Once you can focus on building your personal brand, building your personal brand means that your peers, people in your industry see you as a thought leader. I know the word thought leader can scare people and be like, I'm not a leader. How can I be a thought leader? LinkedIn makes it easy. All you have to do is share your knowledge. You can share your knowledge by writing your own post. You can share knowledge by commenting on other people's posts. Once you are seen as a thought leader, automatically it elevates your status. I'm named top executive coach in 2025, automatically increases and elevates my status, right? I have 70,000 K followers. It's elevated my status. I have 30K connection, elevated my status, right? So these are little things that we can do consistently every single day on LinkedIn that will help us increase our salaries, our status. Okay, so I hope these tips has helped. I am putting together a free training, my 5 days boot camp, which will start next Wednesday. If you want to register for this, put it in the comment and somebody on my team will send you the link so that you can save your spot in this training. Okay, so I hope this helped. If you have any comments, feel free to drop it in the comment section as well, and I'll be more than happy to help. Okay, I hope you guys enjoying your Tuesday and have a wonderful Tuesday. Thank you.